As we head into fourth quarter and you start thinking about promotional products or holiday gifts, before you spend a single cent on ordering something and then wasting your marketing budget, let's find out a few tips from a 25-year in the industry veteran, Maria Brady from Murray K, which has such a nice ring to it. So welcome, Maria.
Thank you, MJ. I'm so happy to be here today with you and your fabulous listeners.
And excited to have you for a number of reasons. Number one, you are a women-owned business.
Yes.
The other thing is, and you're certified, which is awesome.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
What I love about your story is you have been in the business for 25 years and you started this when your kids were little.
Yep.
And what I love about it, taking it to the next step, one of your daughters actually works with you now.
Yes, she does. Yes.
So talk about building a legacy. That is awesome.
It's so much fun. And I think when you start something with your heart and the right value system, then it just continues to grow. And I've been very fortunate for 25 years to have successfully managed Murray K Marketing. It was named by fusing the syllables of my name, Maria, Rachel, and Kaylee. So Murray K came to be, and primarily started in the financial institution arena, and then through networking grew the business into professional arena with law firms and accounting firms. And then by becoming WeBank certified, opened up government contracts, which then opened the arena for healthcare. So we now have national healthcare clients. And I really enjoy that space for helping to educate people on health and wellness.
So when you talk about, you started with financial, then you went into professional and now healthcare, you're actually, so let me make sure I get this right. You're doing events as well as creating promotional products for them.
That is correct, MJ. So we are a brand design firm, so we can create your logo, the supporting materials for that, your brochures, your website, and then how do we present you in the social media? And then if you want to do trade shows, we can execute that from beginning to end. And of course, the fun promotional products add value to that. And, basically, if you think of anything you want a logo on, we can make it happen.
Okay. So you basically are a one-stop shop.
Yes.
You can do everything.
That is correct.
So
make it convenient and fun.
Yeah. So with it, we are going into the fourth quarter, and I know myself as well as several other colleagues, we're starting to think about what do we want to do in the way of promotional products. Do we want to hand something out? We're doing some events. We're not doing a lot of events. Should we send stuff? So give us an idea of what is hot, or at least what are you seeing right now for promotional products?
This year, I'm finding more personalized gifts, actually with a person's name on them, like a mug with the brand plus the person's name. Comfort gifts like blankets, treats, like we can do microwave popcorn bags with a message and your own logo on them. It's a family business. They do a great job. And we can combine that with like a microwave bowl. So cooking items have been big too, and I'm encouraging clients to think about Thanksgiving gifts this year versus Christmas gifts, just because of the length of time it's taking to produce orders.
So with that, what is the advantage or the benefit of sending Thanksgiving over Christmas?
This year,
that's a tip.
Well, Thanksgiving is just a way, I think, to really hone in on the appreciation factor. I mean, when you look at this year and what some employees have gone through or your clients, I think it's just a way to stand out a little more and really dedicate that gift of thankfulness to them. And you can include a personal message, maybe handwritten by, one of the team leaders or the president of the company. I think that's a nice differentiating factor. From a production perspective, due to supply chain issues, timing with shipping, I say get it done earlier versus later. holiday gifts are always welcome. But again, I would just start that process so much earlier this year than you have in the past.
Okay, I want to come back to that in a second. So I want to go back to you were talking about comfort gifts. Do you think because of everything that has happened in the last year and a half, the comfort people are honing in on comfort gifts because we feel the need to have more comfort in our lives?
I
What do you
believe so.
think
I
it
think
is?
it's a really nice warm touch. We've been seeing a lot of blankets. I mean, it's just so personal, and you can cozy up with your family on the couch. And, the logo is very tastefully presented. And that's another tip that I would like to offer. If you really want people to embrace your gift, we are so proud of our logos. Trust me. I mean, I carry my I Chose Happy notebook everywhere. I get it. I love my logo, but place it tastefully so that it's embraced by the receiver and more likely to be used.
Okay, so give us an example of one that is not tastefully presented.
um, Something that's just like you have to remember people come in shapes and sizes, different shapes and sizes. So when you put something on a t-shirt, if you're going like 11 inches across with your logo and I'm like so tiny, the logo is going to be like all the way under my armpit. So you may want to think about how to size that logo appropriately and then make it just, again, make it tasteful.
That's a great tip. So on a blanket, because I love this idea, on a blanket, where would you suggest to put a logo?
I would like it like to see it in like the lower left corner. That's typically where it's placed. So,
Okay.
as you hang it over, a chair maybe, or if you're even lying on the couch with it, it's just nicely displayed in a corner versus being in a large logo centered on the blanket.
Because that you would not be able to display it on the arm of a chair or the back of a
Right,
sofa if
right.
it was splattered in the middle. So another thought, so would you do two logos like in the left-hand corner, your logo and then the company's logo, or is that not cost effective?
It depends on how it's set up. Typically, when there's one logo, there's one setup charge. The second
Okay.
logo adds an additional, what they call run charge, because they have to put whatever it is, a blanket, a mug, back through the equipment. So you're going to have an additional run charge. And then you also have an additional setup because they have to create an additional piece of art to put that other logo on there. So there's nothing wrong with doing two, but it adds to the cost. So it depends on the budget and what your ultimate goals are. If you want to get a mug and put a person's name on it, like you could do this kind of mug and then underneath
Okay.
put the person's name. They'll just charge you like a personalization charge, which can range from $2 to $3. But it's a nice way to say, hey, MJ, thanks for a job well done. Here's your personalized mug.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so that's a great tip. So on a mug, you can easily add someone's
Mhm.
name, s- and it isn't that much, $2 to
Right,
$3, compared
right.
to if you would do a bigger item, such as a blanket, then you're almost double or triple
It
charged.
might be more, it depends on who the supplier is and how they set up their equipment. Some suppliers don't even offer personalizations. So it
Okay.
depends on what your goals are. And then as your, provider, I would research the suppliers that would meet your goals.
Okay. So we talked about here the what you're seeing as a trend or what is hot. What is a popular item that people do like to receive? So think about on the receiving end.
It varies. Some people enjoy cookies. We have a great women owned business that we partner with. She does a beautiful cookie tin personalized with your logo and then all these delicious handmade cookies on the inside. Some clients like to receive, spices. Like we did a big barbecue order and we sent out utensils with spices that had their logo on it. And that's super fun too. So I think that whenever you purchase a gift, you really have to think about who is receiving it because everybody has different likes. So maybe if you have young people and they like to cook, then do the spice set. But if your audience is a little older, maybe they like cocktail ideas. There's beautiful cocktail sets out there now where they have a little bit of a vintage flair, super fun. But then some companies have policies where they don't purchase any kind of alcohol related gifts. So again, it's the audience and what the goals are of the company.
Okay. So what do you see is something that people can use? I know one of the things that I've been seeing a lot lately is the hand sanitizers because we're all
Yes.
using those.
Well, this is super fun. So this is like a little credit card sanitizer that, a gentleman could throw in his pocket. A lady can throw it in her old term pocketbook. And that's a great product by itself. Nice area to present your logo, maybe your URL, phone number. But to really add value to it, you can put it in what we call a little booklet. So it's a 6-panel card. The promotional product goes in the middle, and then you have all this canvas to promote a message, whether in this case, it's about tips for breast cancer, encouraging clients to get screened, and then it closes up. So this can go into a padded envelope if you wanted to mail it, or at a trade show, just hand it out and it is sealed on the side. So I really like this. It's affordable. You're talking for 500 pieces, maybe like $3, and really nice canvas space.
Okay. And that's $3 a piece. So let's just make sure we clarify that. Not 500 for $3.
Yeah, that's a serious bargain.
That would be. What I love about that would be great too for an anniversary. If somebody was in business like you for 25 years, or another one of my clients, they hit their 50th anniversary 2 years ago, because there would be room for a story on there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then maybe if someone was using it for the holidays, they would do, MJ's 5 tips for a peaceful holiday,
Yep.
or to have fun. So that's a great idea, because you do have the space on it to offer. So it's sort of like a 2-for-1. You can offer tips, and then they also get something that is practical that they can use.
Yep. It's just a little bit value added.
Definitely. So if someone was a sponsor for an event, what is something that a sponsor could order, but maybe it isn't something they would think about?
I am a napkin freak. These are so inexpensive, and I love this. This was what we did for Dress for Success. I was a volunteer and I donated these napkins to Women Rock Pittsburgh. Such a simple, inexpensive way to make an impression. I mean, they're just beautiful. Foil on anything looks fabulous. Just saying. So absolutely. I highly recommend that. And even if you were to send, those cookies that we talked about, put a couple napkins in there with it. Like, wow, what a nice impression. Or if you have salespeople on the road that drop off donuts or coffee, instead of using the branded napkin from, one of the chains, personalize it with your own message. I think that's super cool.
That's a great idea, because one of my clients, whenever they go out, I always suggest, they take donuts with them or they take bagels.
Yep.
That would be a great idea for them to take personalized or customized logo napkins.
Absolutely.
With them.
And it's so affordable.
Okay, we are ready to sign out here, because I try to keep these short so people are able to view them without really taking a lot of time out of their day. So what is one last tip before we sign out? What is one last tip that you would say?
Be thoughtful with your gift. Think about who's receiving it, and plan ahead. You can no longer rush orders. Very, very important. Allow time to do this. And we're here to help you pick the right gifts.
Oh, let's back up a second.
Okay.
So plan. Okay. What are the reasons why people need to plan, and how far out should they be planning?
So supply chain issues, we're all experiencing them. Delays in production due to staffing shortages, increased costs with shipping, and delays in regular shipping too. So not naming any carriers, it's just the way the world is working. They're adding a day or two onto normal ground services. If you want to do a guaranteed rate, because you're pushing your deadlines to the last minute, you're going to have to pay more for a guaranteed rate. So by planning ahead, you're allowing for that extra time that may be needed during shipping, definitely in the production line. And suppliers used to offer 24-hour services, like if you needed a pen right away, and they've been pulling back on that. They just cannot provide that level of service right now. So,
which is good to know. So at this point, here we are in October. When do you think people need to really like buckle down and make those orders?
I would suggest now, in all honesty, if you want Thanksgiving gifts, start assembling your ideas like next week, start thinking about what you want to do, get your quotes. And I would allow 3 to 4 weeks for production and delivery. And the same for, if you want to do it at Christmas, you're going to have to finalize what you want, I would say no later than mid-November.
Okay, good to know. Okay, Maria, before we sign out, how can if someone wants to reach out to you, they have questions, they want to talk to you about customizing something for their business, how can they find you?
We are on the web, Marake, Marakae. I know it's a lot. .biz, B-I-Z. One more time, Marake, Marakae.biz. And there's an e-catalog that you can search if you click on the lower right corner. And there's lots of ideas in there. And my email is strategies@marake.biz. And my phone is 724-863-3105.
Thank you so much for sharing your expertise. Really appreciate it. And then for our viewers, I will make sure that Maria's link is in the description so you can find it there. So this is MJ Callaway with Maria Brady, and it is time to sign out. But remember to make it a bounce up day.
Thank you. Be well, everyone.